Hi, my name is Tessa Cothran, and this is my video review of And of Clay Are We Created by Isabel Allende for World Literature 2. Isabel Allende is one of the best known contemporary Latin American writers. She brings a tradition of magic realism to women's experience. She was born in Peru, but later she lived in Venezuela and worked as a journalist. She wrote her first book called The House of the Spirits in 1982, and she later wrote her book Eva Luna in 1985, and the narrator of that book is the same one in this story. In this story, she chooses an approach of more direct realism and less magic. The title of this work refers to the biblical proverb of "We are all made of clay," with the sentiment of "out of dust we are formed, and to dust we shall return." The scene is set in the aftermath of a deadly volcanic eruption based on a similar occurrence in Colombia in 1985. It shows us how powerful the media can be, yet how helpless it can also be in the face of life or death tragedies. Now, the main character of this story is Rolf Carlet, who is the boyfriend of Eva Luna, who is sent to cover this tragedy. He encounters a young girl named Azucena, who is trapped in a deluge of clay mud and she can't get out. Her face is broadcast over the media and the world watches for 3 days to see if Rolf can get her out. He tries by tying a rope around her, but she is actually held in the mud by the bodies of her brothers and sisters clinging to her legs. He tries poles to act as levers, but nothing works. So instead he lays a board beside of her and he stays right by her side on that plank of wood. He decides they need a pump to suck the water out, but it can take up to days for this pump to arrive. Meanwhile, back home, his girlfriend Eva Luna is watching on TV and trying to get help sent to Rolf. She's trying to track down a pump for him. Azucena has been held above the surface by a tire around her, much like a life preserver. So every day, Rolf tries to keep freeing her while waiting for the pump to arrive, and while battling the fear and flashbacks of his own childhood. There, next to her, Rolf comes face to face with the grief of his own childhood, and he realizes that he too is like Azucena, buried in the terror of the clay. On the third day, Rolf surrenders to the fact that the girl is going to die. He told her that he loved her more than any other woman in his life. He kisses her forehead, removes the tire, and watches her sink into the mud. Then he returns home a changed man. My likes and dislikes for this story: I love the flow and the plot of the story because it kept your attention. It kept you wondering if the girl would ever get free. However, I hated the fact that she died. We all like a happy ending, but we also know that realistically, we do have to lose people that we love in death. The audience for this story: Allende's stories are often geared toward women, so most women could understand the sorrow of a young girl not being able to grow up into a woman, or the sorrow of watching someone you love, like a significant other, go through heartache and pain. And also, anyone who loves a good story. Thank you.